It's not just sparkle motion, it's a sparkle movement.
Oh, man.
Hello, and welcome to the special Reboot edition of Charmed Chats with Kendra.
And Kat. Oh, boy. Every once in a while.
I get you.
You get me. Yep.
I'm not so sure this was a good get.
No.
Based on your face.
No.
I could have gone one of several ways. I decided to go with the least verbose.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're covering episode 13, Manic, Pixie Nightmare, which has an actress in it that both of us find extremely familiar that we haven't actually seen in anything else, so shrug?
Yeah, she's not been in a whole lot, and what she has been in I haven't seen, so I'm not sure why she looks familiar to me, but...
I don't know either.
She did.
Maybe we've seen her mom and stuff. I don't know. Or a sister or a cousin or some shit.
Don't know.
Maybe she has a doppelganger.
I'm assuming doppelganger.
There's a lady in Ireland who's like making a living off of finding people's doppelgangers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that she just looks like somebody that I recognize from something else.
Mm-hmm.
But, it hasn't popped into my brain as to what that could be, so...
That's fair. Anyway, let's get over to that summary, shall we?
Please, summarize this bitch.
That's no way to talk about her. Anyway, we open on a Sixpence None the Richer song with a film student expounding on some manic pixie dream girl he's met who has inspired him to finish a film. She makes with the sparkles and convinces him to fly off of the roof with her. Sadly, he's flight challenged and promptly bites it on the rocky shore. The credits are likewise very sparkly. Parker shows up to invite Maggie to said film student's memorial showing of his film, citing weird shit in the dude's live stream from the night before. Harry immediately wants to investigate. Let us all take a moment of silence for Judd's film title, Woke, or The Journey of a Straight White Male Ally. Okay, that's enough silence. Macy and Dr. Wagner are having good luck in tests involving Parker's demon cells, but Macy is frustrated that she apparently has none to test. Mel gets the demon sitch text from Maggie while in bed with Jada. They, it seems, are at the toothbrush stage of their relationship, but not the share the company secrets stage. The girls all arrive at the most hipster memorial possible, and Maggie snoops on Mel's feelings to find out her sexy time business. Harry arrives incognito, which just basically means he's got hipster glasses. Harry suspects a hobgoblin, but the headgear present makes diagnosis difficult. The event begins, and I am feeling Mel's eye roll through the TV. Parker drops some advice, and Macy consoles Maggie about still being into him. One of the hipsters tells Mel that Judd's girlfriend, Chloe, was kind of unknown. Another tells Macy and Maggie that he grabbed a screenshot of the weird light from the live stream. When he goes outside to grab his phone, Chloe is there, and sparkles him into wanting to jump in street puddles. Naturally, he is hit by a car just as the girls and Harry exit the bar, but it's not all a loss. Harry and Macy see the same weird light. Back home, Macy is analyzing some glittery residue. Harry immediately fetches a Pictionary. That's dictionary for pixies. In the course of his explanation, some of Macy's sample gets him infected with whimsy. Galvin tells Macy he may have found a solution to her darkness problems in his dead grandmother. He has also found Mama Roz. Macy is apprehensive. After thorough social media stalking, Maggie finds out Chloe is targeting white male film students, of which Parker apparently is one. Maggie texts him, but he does not get it in time to avoid Chloe, who shows up with a lab puppy and dusts him. Mel and Maggie dose Zach with a protection potion and dunk on his acorn necklace. Jada texts Mel about something urgent, and as she bounces, Maggie spots Parker skipping down the sidewalk. She saves him from getting run over and uses her power to break him free of Pixie manipulation. Jada tells Mel that Nico called saying her adoptive parents want to meet up. She awkwardly invites Mel. Mama Roz performs the seance to contact Galvin's grandmère, who then appears in her. She sees Macy and tries to strangle her. Galvin intervenes and gets dragged into a vision. His grand-mère tells him how to find the spirit surgeon who will remove Macy's darkness. Mel finds a trap in the Pictionary, and they make a cage of yarn covered in honey with bells on it and cookies inside. Then they giggle until she appears. She tells them she's just following orders from the one who stole her heart. Then she whammies Harry and gets him to steal her and the Book of Shadows. The girls realize that Zach's acorn pendant is actually Chloe's heart, and that she and Harry probably are with him. Zach gets Harry to find a spell in the book which will fulfill his wish, but in exchange for Harry's life. The girls and Parker arrive in time to prevent a stabbing, but are pulled in 3 directions. Macy chasing Chloe, Mel after Zach, and Parker and Maggie trying once again to break Harry out of Whimsy Jail. Mel gets the acorn, Maggie grabs Harry, and Chloe, under Mel's direction, throws Zach into a shelf. Mel gets Chloe to tell them how she was trapped and then gives her back her heart. Then the girls suggest the Pixies unionize. Mel uses Jada's hex on Zach, much to her sister's dismay. Maggie decides to give Parker another chance. Macy takes the next step with Galvin. Mel agrees to go with Jada to talk with her parents, and then a black van pulls up and disgorges a bunch of SWAT-looking dudes with crossbows who immediately shoot Jada in the shoulder. The end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing that happened.
Yep, it is.
Yep. So.
Zach is Todd from The Magicians.
Yes.
And I find that great. Also, so there was episodes in The Magicians where they're like in a weird pocket dimension and like the nerdy dude is like being trapped by partying all the time, and there's a version of Todd in that who's like kind of evil, but it turns out to not really be Todd, and I'm like, oh, that's the character he's using for this now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
I like recognizing people's like acting methods in other things. Also, further proves that The Magicians is filmed in Vancouver, because why else would he fucking be there? I saw his headshot on the wall when I was visiting set, and I was like, that dude looks familiar. Why does that dude look so familiar? And then, of course, I didn't fucking write his name down so I could Google it later and be like, oh, that's who that is. I guess I thought I'd get in trouble for knowing who was in the episode. I don't know.
I enjoyed that the logo showed up in like glitter light.
I know,
that was
great.
Super neat. Yeah, that was super neat. I liked that a lot.
Sparkles.
I still don't trust Jada.
No, I don't fully trust her either.
I mean, it's one of those where it's like in all of this, like, since episode 1, it's like I don't trust the elders, I don't trust Harry, I don't, like everyone's just making it so hard to trust anybody in this show. But like, I still don't trust Jada.
Do you trust Galvin?
I mean,
more?
Kind of, maybe a little more now that he knows.
Yeah.
But like,
I trust that he has good intentions.
Yeah.
At least. I don't know whether that translates to trusting him about what he's gonna do, because, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, he agreed to go off and go through some fucking trial or whatever to talk with the fucking spirit surgeon, however they said that word. I don't want to repeat it because I'm gonna get it wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember. I like the fact that they went to Mama Roz, who is able to use her powers for money, but it doesn't fuck her up with personal gain. Don't know exactly how that works, but you know.
She didn't technically ask for the money.
It's true.
No. All she did was wait.
It's true.
She just says, we can contact her on the other side, and then just sits there. And granted, like, her normal gig is not her actually using her powers.
Right.
So technically, that's not personal gain. She asks for money when she's not going to use her powers. When she is going to use them, she just implies it.
Yes, I'll give
Which
you
is
that,
a fun loophole to work with.
It is fun. But I really enjoy the fact of how she did like the like shaking and whatever. Mm-hmm. And Galvin's like, what do we do? And Macy's just like, we wait.
Yeah. It'll happen or it won't, but we'll wait.
Yeah. And I love that she, as you know, Grandma, just all of a sudden she's speaking like French Creole, and I'm like, oh, all right,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, whatever kind of
like Cajun
Creole
Yeah.
didn't he say his grandma was Haitian?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So it's like the
Yeah, Haitian Creole.
yeah.
Something like that. Or I don't know. Maybe it was just French. I don't know.
Well, it sounded like, to me it sounded very French. There were French words in there that I recognized.
Yeah, that I could hear that too. And the parts, it was going fast enough that I couldn't tell whether or not the parts I was skipping over in my ears were French or were just like kind of, I don't want to say garbled because that's not what they would be. They would just be like abbreviated, you know, like.
Well, yeah, it's a dialect of
Yeah, I know,
French.
I know.
So it's like that French Creole or like Cajun or whatever.
But I couldn't tell whether it was I wasn't recognizing the words as being French or whether they were actually just part of a different dialect. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's.
And I only recognized a few words as being French. So there you go. I also like the fact that the way that they brought in the Vision when we get to see his grandma, that she's talking in that like French Creole, whatever.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he touches her, it becomes English and she's just thinking.
Yeah.
Like that was a really neat little.
Yeah, did they just not want to teach him more French?
I don't know.
I don't know whether or not the actor playing Galvin knows French or anything, or whether the actress playing his grandmère knows French or anything. But, you know, maybe that was just like, we don't want to give them too much to have to memorize. That isn't something they'll understand.
Yeah.
So.
And it makes it more accessible.
Yeah, it does make it a little bit more accessible. Although you still have the subtitles.
Well, yeah.
So.
But, you know, not everyone can read.
This is true.
There are blind people that watch TV.
This is very true.
'Tis a thing. Anyway, keeping with the Galvin thing for a moment, I think it's hilariously funny and a little cliched that as soon as Galvin tells Macy that he loves her, that's when she's like, cool, let's go have sex now.
Yeah.
Like, really? That's all it took?
Let's bang! Also,
That's
he is
all it
going
took.
off to some uncharted fucking island.
I get that, too, as part of it, of, like I
he's
may
gotta
never
go on
see
a
you again,
quest.
you know?
Yeah.
But, like, legit, I'm like, really? All it took was for him to tell you that he loves you and you're going to give it up. All right. You go, girl.
Virginity is a construct.
Yeah, I was like, it's a little cliched, but all right. Sure. Go for it. Let's see.
Oh, I really liked Mel's shirt. Like, the one from the beginning of the episode. The black with the weird blue things. The blue things almost look like they were glowing a lot of times. You didn't know they were blue, did you?
I didn't.
Okay. That's fine. They looked to me like they were glowing in a way that, I don't know. It felt like LEDs were in them for a bit. I'm just like, I just want to look at these spots on her shirt. That's not conducive to watching the fucking episode. I just want to watch them.
Yeah. Like I said, the wardrobe department on this show is fascinatingly brilliant.
Yes.
They have a great time, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Harry in a leather jacket was like wildly, weirdly, oddly hipster in a good way. And it's weirding me out.
He's worn a leather jacket before, though.
No, but he didn't.
Not with the glasses.
Not like that. Yeah. Like it was one of those where like, it made me go, oh, right, he's an actual person. You know what I mean? Like if I saw him in something else, I'd be like, oh, look, he is normal.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird to see him not in like sweater vest or suit, you know?
Yeah. I think it's a bit weird how the protection spell potion thing they made to like protect against the pixies also protects against their magic. Like, when was that stated before?
Well, I think it's just a magic protection spell.
Okay.
I don't think it was specifically a magic, a pixie protection
maybe.
spell. I think it was just a magic protection spell.
Mm-hmm.
I also really enjoyed Harry being infected by the pixie dust at the first time, where it was just this like little like just whimsy and all happy, and I'm like, okay, that right there, that scene
Let's all
makes the
hold
episode.
hands and
Sing this next part, yeah. I was watching that and I was just like,
that was in the preview, yeah.
See, I don't watch the preview. That's kind of the whole point.
That was in it, and they were just talking about all of the whimsy shit, and you got to see Chloe with the glittery face.
Yeah, no, but I saw that and I was like, okay, all right. I'm down for this episode. Just for that scene alone, like that was great. And then when we get Parker skipping, and I'm like, okay, that's adorable too. Like, all right. But then at the end of it, when they get the pixie trap set up, and like in my notes, I was just like, they knew Harry could be infected by this pixie dust.
Yep.
Why would they let him anywhere near this trap?
Because they're dumb.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why would they let him in the room with her?
I don't know. Maybe they somehow thought that it would trap the pixie dust as well in there, not just the pixie. But, clearly they were very wrong. He should have been outside of the room.
He should have been nowhere near.
Or,
at the very least, don't have the Book of Shadows just still lying there where anybody can see it and be like, yes, I want that thing.
Yeah, that was definitely an oversight.
There were a few moments where I was like, why y'all being stupid, huh? Why y'all being stupid?
Cough, cough. Plot reasons? Cough?
Apparently.
Anyway, back to that memorial. Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I want to really fucking applaud whoever filmed the actual fake film, because that is some, like, epic level shade.
Yeah, it was
That's
great.
just on in the background.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Zach said, I believe, he's been working on it for like 3 days, so a really long time. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. That was one of the best moments, because I think it was Harry who asked him, was like, oh, how long has he been working on this? He goes, it's like 3 days, man, like a long time. And I'm just like, oh boy.
Yeah, and then like the first thing you see him do is like writing a new box and checking off human. I forget what the other two categories were.
It was
was it racial? Was it gender?
I think it was gender.
Okay. And then there were like the swatches on the bathroom wall where I only saw the one that said black.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a black and white film. So like you can't really get hue in there.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, and then he's just, like, tearing them off the wall while wearing a bathrobe. Oh my god. It was so, like, it was a bit on the nose, but in the we're gonna make fun of this kind of way, which, it gets more of a buy-in, or it gets more of a buy, rather, as in, like, you get one buy for the audience, and then they'll accept that, and they won't accept other things, and this got a little bit bigger of a leap.
Yeah.
For the audience.
It was...
Oh my god.
It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Also, starting with this Sixpence None the Richer song.
Yeah.
The Sixpence None the Richer song.
The song.
That gets listed as being one of the most obnoxious songs to listen to.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't have a problem with it, but it does get way overused and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, like... 5-6 years ago, like right around when it came out, and everyone was using it.
Oh yeah, it was in everything.
Yeah, the only thing it wasn't in a lot of was anime music videos, because everyone's still using a lot of Evanescence for that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, and then the one hipster girl Mel was interviewing, she's like, "Oh, I think she was a dog walker."
Yes.
Or like, she owns a cupcake shop.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is great.
Yeah.
I was so happy with all of the Manic Pixie Dream Girl tropes in this episode.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And then they go and at the end turn it around, and like the performance of the girl playing Chloe was fucking excellent right there.
She was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, because like she hasn't gotten her heart back, and she's being asked like how this happened, and like you're kind of getting her attempting to like, I'm trying to be serious here. Can you stop laughing?
I'm sorry. I just have the image of her in my brain going, my cupcake kiosk. I don't know why, but that just the phrase cupcake kiosk has got to be like the funniest thing in my head right now, and I don't know why. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That just got me onto, I think it was Dwight Schrute saying cart kiosk cart kiosk?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that from?
I don't know.
There's like some show where someone had to have a cart kiosk. Oh, it was fucking Gilmore Girls.
All right.
I'm pretty sure someone had to have a cart kiosk thing that Taylor was doing, and then he had to explain several times why saying cart kiosk was correct, because it's a cart, kiosk, cart/kiosk.
Sure.
Like license or whatever, permit. I don't know what the fuck.
Don't know.
Sorry. Anyway, on to more serious ground.
Yes, I apologize.
You had Chloe like trying to break through the not kind of owning herself, and like she knows something's a little wrong, but she can't quite feel it, and then she gets her acorn back, and then suddenly it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And like
that moment of self-realization.
It was very allegorical to like retroactive memories for like sexual assault.
Uh-huh.
Cause like girls in pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was. She did a brilliant job.
I teared up a bit.
Yeah.
Because it was affecting.
Yeah. I love the fact that her heart was an acorn.
Mm-hmm.
That was super cute. And I love the fact of they were like, you know, get together with the other pixies and figure out how to better protect your hearts. But my first thought on that, and I wrote it in my notes, I was like, they tell her to team up with other pixies and figure out where to hide their hearts. Wouldn't it be a bad thing to have a bunch of pixie hearts together in the same place?
True.
Like,
but
just a thought there.
If you team up, you can protect them better.
Yeah.
Because I guess what happened was she was just wearing her heart, and he trapped her and then took it off of her.
See, I don't think so.
No, that's what she said, though.
No, but I don't think she was wearing it.
No, okay, she said he trapped her and then grabbed her heart, which means she had it with her when he trapped her. Because how else would he compel her? He wouldn't have been able to compel her to show him where her heart was. And it was already on a chain. Like,
yeah. See, and again, minding you, I've now watched more of the episodes than just this one, so I'm trying to remember back. I thought she had said that he had captured her heart, like he had grabbed her heart.
No.
First, and then found her.
No, he found a Pictionary, again, Pixie Dictionary.
Yeah.
Not the game.
Yes.
In an occult shop.
Right.
Made a trap from it and caught her, then grabbed her heart.
Ah, okay. See, yeah, somehow I missed that sentence there in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you remember fewer things.
Yes.
That's fine. No, like, it was just there. And so he knew. She said he knew that her heart was, like, the acorn or whatever, and so he grabbed it and started controlling it. Like, he knew all about how to work that.
Yeah. I also love the fact
Which makes me wonder, did Harry get that Pictionary? Is that the same Pictionary?
Don't know.
Did he just, like, orb into the fucking occult shop and be like, I need this?
Maybe. I do love the fact, though, that the reason that he wanted the pixie was because he had some assumption that only one white guy was gonna get whatever scholarship thing he wanted.
No, it was into like the special seminar or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the name that they used for the guy running it, but it sounded a lot like the name of one of the professors from The Magicians, and that made me chuckle a bit. Like, I don't think that was intentional, but it sounded similar.
Yeah. But it was just very funny to me that it was like, really? That you want... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking white guys. Like, all right. Sure.
No, when Maggie said that she figured out that Chloe was targeting white male film students, I'm like, well, no need to fix this.
Except that, Parker is one of them. So,
well, yes, Parker is one of them. But, my assumption at that point was, oh, well, she's just going to get rid of them all. That's fine.
Yeah,
cool. Whatevs.
But the other thing in this that telegraphed a little bit for me was Macy finding out that she doesn't have any demon cells. Like they couldn't
find any demon cells.
She has demon blood in her, but we can't find any of it. And my immediate thought was, okay, so how many episodes before they're like, yeah, no, this is a good thing. You know?
Yeah.
Because like that's the only thing I can that I could think of at this point was just, you know, they have the serum that's going to work for Parker.
Yeah.
Yay,
They'll
great.
assume that not being able to find any demon cells means she doesn't
actually have them. It's just her power manifesting or something. Like there's a whole mess of things that could be done in this way of like, well, you don't have demon cells because you aren't actually a demon.
No, I like Dr. Wagner's explanation of that because, you know, for Parker it's genetic. So of course you're going to find it in every cell because it was there literally from conception, whereas Macy's was introduced and, you know,
right. And that's my point. Is like Macy's
if you
was
don't
introduced,
get the exact cells, then you're never going to find them.
Right. And Macy's was introduced and she's a witch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a human with demon. You just take out all the human and then you're left with the demon. She's a witch. So all of her cells are a little screwy anyway. And it's kind of like cancer in that way where it's like, it's just going to, here's the cancer cell, here's the normal cell. Guess what? You know, takes over. Well, I'm thinking that her witchy cells took over the demon cells, even though the demon cells would technically be the cancer in this situation.
Maybe, or just that the sample is so small that it's super tough to get because it'll be individual blood cells among how fucking many?
True.
And since they're demon blood cells, they wouldn't filter out through the kidneys or anything. Well, not through the kidneys. Doesn't that go through the colon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Don't we poop out, like, dead blood cells and shit?
I don't know, probably.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I think there was like
they don't die and they don't get recycled. So they're they're just circulating around there, like, hanging out, like they're on the world's longest lazy river.
Yeah.
Maybe they're actually doing a job. They're like, sure, we'll ferry oxygen, but just you wait.
Anyway, final thoughts? Are we at final thoughts? Oh wait, no, before we get to final thoughts. No. I do love that they telegraphed the acorn necklace.
Yes, I saw that.
And it was one of those where like as soon as they showed that acorn necklace, it's like, oh, look at this hipster bullshit. And I was like, well, that's gonna come back in a minute, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I kinda called it on that. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe she's targeting white male film students, but she's like fucking in love with him, so she's doing it for him because she loves him. I almost
get that it was his heart.
I didn't get that it was. Well, no, not that it wasn't her heart. I thought it was like a token.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that like she decided to like help him by getting rid of all the other white male film students.
Yeah.
Not that she was literally being controlled to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode just had a really powerful message about, like, sexual assault and coercion.
Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that Maggie's power was able to override.
Yeah.
As soon as she was able to get into your head and make you think straight, then it was like...
Or, like, tap into your actual emotions unaffected by pixie dust.
Yeah.
This probably wouldn't work with, like, drugs or anything.
Yeah. But I like the fact that was a thing that happened. Because it was like, that was a nice little, like... I'm going to get into your brain and I'm going to make you realize that what you're doing is not what you should be doing. Mm-hmm. Here, do the right thing.
Yes.
Pop out of it. And I like that. That was a nice little thing.
And then Parker decides to adopt the puppy.
Yes, it was adorable.
And then when Maggie's like, we don't regret this, and goes in for the kiss, and they're kissing, I'm like, but the puppy wants kisses. Mm-hmm. The puppy definitely wants kisses. Mm-hmm. Why doesn't the puppy get kisses? And then finally they break apart and the puppy's like, oh, I would like kisses. Please.
Yes.
That was an extremely, like, sleepy puppy.
Yeah. It was a cute puppy.
It was, like, 12 weeks old, probably.
Yeah. Super duper cute puppy.
Uh-huh. Fucking called it a golden retriever. Oh, dude, man. It's a lab.
Yeah, even I knew it was a lab. Like, seriously.
I don't know. Maybe... yeah. That's something that you feel like you could have fixed on the day. I don't know. Maybe Nick Hargrove doesn't actually know what a golden retriever puppy looks like.
I don't know.
Still, I'm betting that was a real good day on set. Fucking wish I was there.
And then we get the other side of the coin, the story with Jada.
Yeah.
And it's my parents my parents have found me and they want to talk to me and whatever. And it's like, you want to meet the parents? No, it's too soon. Okay, sorry, forget I asked. Like that little moment was cute. And then we get to the end of it, and I wrote my notes. I was like, meeting Shayna's parents turns into men wielding crossbows? Sure.
Oh, that was the other thing. Like, at the beginning she was saying, oh, my parents don't know I'm a witch. And I'm like, wait, hang on a second. Mm-hmm. Why? And she's like, I'm adopted. I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks because, elders wouldn't let a white lighter and a witch, like, live fucking together, so cool.
Yep.
So, a bit more pagey of an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think that had been revealed previously that her parents had adopted her, and that's why she wasn't with them or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nico mentioned that they were her adoptive parents at all either. Which, I mean, why would she? No. You don't want to out someone like that, but still.
Yeah.
Good for the audience to know.
Yeah.
Because questions.
I just think it was very interesting in the way that it ended. The way that it ended with, like, dudes with crossbows and shoot her in the shoulder. And I'm like, well, fuck. All right.
They were cheap-ass crossbows, too. Yeah. With cheap-ass arrows.
Yeah.
Like, literally everything about that band was black. And they're like, we can't have everything be black. Can we make these arrows have, like, orange and yellow on them just for contrast's sake?
Yeah. Gotta have, like,
for
the pretty fletching.
Yeah.
Because, But yeah, so final thoughts.
I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed this episode. Now I know in the reboot you don't give a number, but I do. And this one was like a 9 out of 10. Just this episode was one of those episodes where, like, Harry being infected and being all whimsical at the table and like the singing thing and just, like that right there, I'm like, that makes this episode. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm good with this episode.
This episode was like the majority of the volume was whimsy with a very strong, like, serious fucking backbone.
Right, but the message, and again, the message wasn't one that was shoved down your throat. It was conversational. It was situational. And it didn't feel like they were pushing it on you. They were just telling a story that happened to have a message.
And the stuff that felt on the nose was parodical.
Mm-hmm.
And so your brain is able to kind of get past that immediately.
Right.
Because it's not, and being very serious about this, being, oh, this asshole.
Yeah. And the beginning of it where it was a lot of, like, all the hipsters and the men in the hats and the whatever. They were
apparently hobgoblins can be identified by their distinctive headgear.
Yeah, that's funny. But, like, I think that's the biggest thing in this particular episode was, yes, it had a message with a capital M,
mm-hmm.
but it wasn't being forced on your throat. And it was done in a way that was entertaining and not propaganda.
Yeah, and it was properly unrolled
mm-hmm.
in the way where Harry's just confused about why pixies would do this. Pixies don't hurt people.
Yeah.
And then we later find out, like, why she's fucking doing this.
Yeah. And so
then she finds out she's done, and she's like, shit.
Yeah.
And I was worried for a second, because she's like, I have to make sure this never happens again. I'm like, that could go very bad, very fast. And then they're just like, unionize the pixies. I'm like, that's a good turn. I like that.
Yeah. You're like, yes. Make sure this doesn't happen again. Get together, form a club.
Organize.
Yeah, form a group. Maybe get a Discord going, like, just hang out with other pixies, figure this shit out, work it out for yourselves. So yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done. We have no sign off.